Hey everyone, it's Mike from Destinations to Travel coming to you live today from SeaWorld Orlando. Doing something a little bit different today. So before I get moving, I do want to ask that you bear with me because I'm not nearly as familiar with SeaWorld as I am with Walt Disney World and Universal Orlando. So kind of wandering around a little bit really. Do have a couple of points I want to hit and show you guys, but like I said, not as familiar with this park. So hi Patty. Hi Ricardo. So I'm starting up here. This is the entrance to the park here. There's kind of two paths to follow as you come in. So I decided to go to the left, and this roller coaster here in front of me is Manta. So you'll notice I was out here for a couple minutes now, like kind of just looking at Manta here, and we haven't seen a train go by. As far as I can tell, that's because SeaWorld is actually doing a really good job of sanitizing their cars as they come back into the station. So it takes a little bit longer for each ride to go. Hi Robin. Hi Carol. Hi Sharon. Hi Jenny. There goes Manta. So let's take a walk. Oh. I have been here a few times in the last couple years. Actually, well, two times I've been here. I have not ridden Manta yet. And I won't be riding it today. So believe it or not, the wait times are kind of long. And like I said, the sanitation process for the attractions has a lot to do with that because the park's not crowded. But every wait time I've seen has been right around an hour. We got some flamingos here on my left. Here's the entrance to Manta over here. We're gonna come this way towards some of the animal exhibits actually. And like I said, you can tell here, the park is not crowded. There's a lot of empty space. It's easy to social distance today. And yes, guests are required to wear masks here today. From what I've seen so far, it's been pretty good. Most of the guests, like a vast majority of the guests, have been wearing their masks. So, and the social distancing has been pretty well executed as well. So right in front of me here is the Stingray Lagoon, and this is like a little touch tank here for stingrays. And you can see right at the tank here, they have social distancing markers so people stay separated.
Your middle finger and your pointer finger, and place your hand all the way down to the bottom of the pool. That way the stingrays can swim up to the top. And let that fish right up out of your hand. You're also welcome to touch the stingray here as well. If you would like to do that, simply place your hand palm down into the water. And when the stingray swims by, just gently touch its back. Once you're finished feeding and touching, we do have sinks located on either side of the feeder booth at the back exhibit, as well as restrooms located across from
The weather today is beautiful, but it is very hot. But very sunny and no sign of rain anytime soon, so got away with that today. And straight ahead there, you can see a station for stingray food. You can actually buy some food and put it in your hand and feed the stingrays. And the team member here was describing it a little while ago. She said it's very weird. So let's move on from the stingrays to something a little bit bigger. And straight ahead of me here is the Dolphin Cove, which I actually, all of this area of the park over here, I just saw for the first time today. You can see the dolphins in the water over there. I'm going to come around to the overlook up there.
In SeaWorld, helping animals is our mission.
Hey, you can see that they're really jumping around right now. I'm going to come around to that overlook over there so you can get a better look at them. And then there's actually an underwater viewing area as well that we'll go check out. I also really like the music in SeaWorld. Let's see, where can we get a good look here? There we go. Yeah, if you're thinking about adding SeaWorld to your trip, I would recommend, if you're a fan of roller coasters, for one, that's definitely one thing SeaWorld does very well here, including my favorite roller coaster in the world, which we'll get over to in a little bit. And then also, I mean, obviously, if you want to see exhibits like this. Let's go down into the underwater viewing area. You can see a little bit more of them. We haven't really done any videos like this before, so I'm not sure how the video is going to look when we're looking through the glass into the exhibits. So hopefully it works out pretty well. We'll see. Yeah, the animal exhibits are really cool. And it's funny, like I said, I've only been here a couple times before, and I just got my annual pass for SeaWorld. And I was kind of on the fence. I was kind of like, well, I mean, I love Mako. I love roller coasters, but if I don't ride them, is it really worth it? And just today, I've just been hanging out in the animal exhibits, and they're awesome. There's a lot to see. For example, the underwater viewing for the dolphins here. Oh, and real quick, one thing I've noticed SeaWorld has actually been doing better than Universal. There are hand sanitizer stations all over the place. I'm actually going to grab some right now. There we go. Let me see, let me sneak down here. Sorry, did I lose connection there for a second? I guess I might have some issues with some of the indoor exhibits like that. It told me it was trying to reconnect. Hopefully I didn't lose you guys too badly. If so, it is always recording anyway, so you can always go back and check it out. But I think hopefully you guys were able to see some of the dolphin exhibit. Now I'm gonna head into Turtle Trek here. Let's see, hopefully I don't lose you guys. I came through here before. Basically, just like we were just in the dolphin exhibit, there's an indoor underwater viewing area for manatees and turtles. And then you can go up top and see them from up top as well. Like I said, as you can see, it's not very crowded here at SeaWorld today, but the wait times for the attractions are pretty long, and I'll show you some more as we go. I saw Manta at 70 minutes earlier. I saw Mako at 60. Let's see, I'm gonna come up top here. Oh good, okay, so we didn't lose the connection too quickly then. Here's the manatees. And we come over to the next tank here, and I'll give you guys another look. Oh, this is still manatees over here as well. Oh, all right, let me make my way out of here, and we can go get a view from up top. So hopefully the connection is better. Here's the turtle exhibit here. Let's go get a look up top. All right, you guys still with me? It looks like everything's still working. So like I said, now we're heading up top so you can get a kind of an overlook of the exhibits we were just looking at. Here we go. The first tank here is going to be the turtles. Actually, I think this first one is actually an isolation tank in case they need to remove any of the animals. But this next one over here should be the turtles. Let's see. Well, wait, maybe this is the right one. Oh yeah, look at that. That is a huge turtle down there. Oh, you got another one up here. Let me see, what kind of turtles were these here? Oh, looks like they have a few.
There he is, right there.
It looks blue in the water. There's two over there.
Oh, there it is.
Let's come over and get a look at the manatees as well.
A very good afternoon to you all. Thank you so much for spending your day with us at SeaWorld Orlando and for joining us here at our above water viewing area for manatees and sea turtles. My name is Mark. I'm over here in the shade because I'm a redhead and I have to stay in the shade. With the education staff, I'm here to answer any questions you have about manatees, sea turtles, or any of the animals in the park. We just ask you to continue to socially distance from other parties in the area. Please continue to wear your face coverings over your mouth and nose at all times. We certainly appreciate that. And we appreciate you visiting our park because thanks to your visit, you're giving the manatees and the sea turtles that you see a second chance at potential survival in the wild. We are the #1 rescue facility in the world for the rescue and rehabilitation of Florida manatees. Over 600 have been brought here. Every manatee you see in our main exhibit was rescued at one time or another as an orphan. Even the large ones were orphans at one time. So one was rescued in 1986, the other 1995. And those two larger manatees are now acting as surrogate mothers for other small orphans that are currently in our care. We do have other manatees currently in our care for rehabilitation. If you see the manatee statue, take a right and you head up the stairs, you're going to see our other manatees currently here for rehabilitation. We even have a mother and a calf that are there together. Mom was injured and came into our care and gave birth right here at SeaWorld. So definitely head on up there. Leanne is up there. She'll be able to point them out to you and answer any questions you have about those specific individuals. Although we have rescued over 600 manatees, so if you think about the potential numbers, that's about 10% of all current manatees in the state of Florida. Only about 6,000 of them left. They are a threatened species. As their numbers are not doing so well, but they have been lifted from the endangered list that they were previously. But because they are threatened, they are still protected by the Endangered Species Act. Being a marine mammal, they are protected by the Marine Mammal Protection Act. This asks us to keep the distance from all marine mammals for their safety as well as for ours. But if we really want to help out manatees, we want to make sure if we're going out boating, we're wearing Polaroid sunglasses, we're on the lookout, knowing our surroundings, but also please just obey those speed limit signs that are posted.
So, all right, I was trying not to talk over him, but so this is the turtle and manatee exhibit over here. It's called Turtle Trek. But then right back here, like he was saying before, so you see this manatee statue here, and then you follow that path over there, and that is the rehabilitation center where you can see even more manatees. I'm not going to do that today. I'm going to try and keep this overview of the entire park going. But in future videos, I'll come back and do more specific things so we can come back and see that and some of the other exhibits. Let's go. I'm going to keep coming back this way here. And right over here, we have an American alligator exhibit. In other words, Florida. You can see one of them right here in the water. And there's one up there on the land as well.
Bumblebee tuna.
I'll see some more here on the rocks. By the way, just a heads up, I think that that disrupted connection kind of messed with the comments a little bit, and it looks like they're coming in later than they normally would. So if I don't respond to your comment right away, I'll get to it, I promise. So I'm going to keep following this path here, and I'm basically just kind of trying to follow a path around the outside of the park, kind of give you a brief overview of everything. I know there was a few people that said they haven't been to SeaWorld in a long time, and I want to give you guys, an idea of what the park looks like now. And by the way, like I said, park's not very busy today, as you can tell. Just nobody around me. There are other parts of the park that are busier, of course, but anytime you're in an Orlando theme park and you can stand somewhere and not see a single other guest, you know it's not busy. So to my right here is the, I'm not sure the name of the theater, but this is where they do the Dolphin Days show. Which, like I said, that can be one of the things that I can come for another video and we can watch some of the shows like this or the Orca show. Just some wayfinding here. Here is Manta on my right still. Oh, thank you, Paul. I appreciate that. And I appreciate you guys for watching the video and taking a walk around the park with me. Here's Journey to Atlantis, which is this like log flume type ride here. Haven't gotten to experience that one. One nice thing about SeaWorld too is in a lot of cases like this here, and this is true with Manta as well, you'll see here's the entrance to Journey to Atlantis. There's the gift shop, and then there's an aquarium. So like they have aquarium just kind of built in to the show buildings of attractions around here. So there's always just like other little exhibits you can go and check out, which is always fun. So I'm gonna head into the Antarctica area here. But real quick, on my left here is Kraken, another one of the big roller coasters here. So basically it's Manta, Kraken, and Mako as the three big attractions here at SeaWorld Orlando. I haven't gotten to do Kraken or Manta. I plan to in the future, but like I said, today the wait times are pretty long, so might have to try and come during the week at some point. And then Mako, the one roller coaster here that I have ridden, is my absolute favorite roller coaster anywhere. So definitely recommend that one if you're a coaster fan. The ticket prices are lowered right now. Sorry, I'm gonna try and catch up on some comments as I'm walking through Antarctica here. I don't know all the ticket pricing information off the top of my head. However, I do know that I just picked up an annual pass for about $156, which was awesome. So there are some deals with tickets right now. So if you're looking to add SeaWorld to an upcoming trip, pretty good idea. Here's the Empire of the Penguin attraction, which the attraction right now is closed. However, they do have the exhibit attached to the attraction still open, and it is a 30-minute wait to get into right now. Like I said, it's hot out today, so I did come over here earlier to try and get in there. If you've never seen that exhibit, it's really cool, and I mean that in two ways. It's freezing in there, so I was trying to get out of the heat and enjoy that. Let me see. Now would be a fantastic time to visit. Yeah, I agree. It is. It's nice. It's not very busy right now. Of course, there are also the health risks and stuff like that. But if you can, wear your mask and socially distance, should be okay. Of course, there's no guarantee, but. So back here is the sea lion. This theater in front of me here there's a sea lion show, and then there's a feeding area back there for them as well. Patty, you might be thinking of one of the other roller coasters, maybe Manta, because Mako is one of the newer, it's actually the newest of the three roller coasters. It only opened a few years ago. And then they are actually working on a 4th coaster right now called Icebreaker, which you'll see in a little while here as I get out and show you sort of an overview of the park. So here is that theater where you see the Sea Lion show, which I think it shows the name of it. Yeah, Sea Lion High, the new class. That is the name of the show. And like I said before, when I started the video, there are kind of 2 paths you can follow coming in, and this would be where the other path takes you directly into. So it kind of brings you into the middle of the park here. And you can see SeaWorld has that sort of prototypical like circle around a lagoon kind of layout that you'd see in a lot of other parks. Just with a lot of other winding paths. And so you see here's the middle lagoon here. That stadium over there is the Orca Stadium where you'd see the Shamu show. And then I forget the name. I'm blanking on the name of the other stadium over there. It's Bay Stadium or Bayside Stadium, something like that, where they do their concerts and other events and stuff like that. And you see that coaster there, and we'll get a better look of it as I walk around, make my way around. But that is Icebreaker. That's going to be the new coaster. They're calling it a family coaster, but it does look a little bit bigger than you would see most family coasters, so not sure. Where's the frosty treats to beat the heat? There are a couple ice cream places open. Unfortunately, the place where you would go to get your frozen margaritas is closed. I was disappointed in that one. So we're coming up to the Shark Wreck Reef here. And this is the area where you would find Mako as well. But I'm thinking everybody loves the shark exhibit, right? Why don't we go check that out? Hopefully I don't lose the connection too badly. Hoping you guys can keep following along here. I think this is the right way. This is the way we're gonna go. Got another bird exhibit over here. So I haven't gotten anything to eat today, but food is, typical theme park pricing. If you're gonna get a quick service meal, you're gonna pay right around 20 bucks probably. They do have a really great dining deal for the day though as well. I'm not sure if this is operating right now with the safety precautions and everything, but it's usually for the day, it's I think $30 per person, and you get a meal and a drink every hour for the day. So I mean it's great. You can really like try out everything around the park. So you can see they do have the social distance markers on the floor here as you're entering. And I will just be quiet and let you guys enjoy the exhibit here. Pretty cool shadow effect there with the sharks on the floor. And that's just an effect because there's no tank above us here, so that's just a clever little gag there. Yes, Patty, that is a very good point. Like I was saying earlier, I was kind of just hanging out in these sorts of exhibits all day because it's very hot out and the wait times for attractions were very long. So come in here, and especially with it not being busy, there's plenty of space to just kind of get away and just relax for a little bit. There's just sort of an instructional area about sharks. Here's what sharks would see from above, the difference between a seal and somebody on a surfboard and a turtle. And you have a great white jaw. But this is sort of a touch area, so they have closed this off. You can see we can't actually get in there. You can still look.
Not all sharks have to constantly swim to breathe and survive. Nurse sharks sometimes rest together on the sandy bottom of the ocean, or our shark encounter aquarium.
Yeah, this is a really nice park if you're looking to take pictures. There's a lot to take some really nice pictures of. So all you photographers out there,
From gulping down fish to filtering water for
I'd recommend
tiny
checking this
animals
out.
to cracking open hard-shelled crabs with specialized flat teeth. Sharks are deadly by design, and different sharks eat in different ways.
I think this is the shark tunnel here.
The small-toothed sawfish.
Yeah, here you go. And you can see they have social distancing markers here as well as you get on this moving walkway here. It's pretty cool. A little 6-foot shark thing here.
Tragically, 100 million sharks are killed by people every year, most only for their sins. Long before dinosaurs, long before birds, long before humans, There were sharks.
There are more than 450 different types of sharks, all so different in size, shape, color, diet, speed, and habitat.
A sandpiper shark swims with its mouth open, exposing multiple rows of sharp teeth. Looks scary, but don't worry. It just has so many teeth that it can't close its mouth.
That's what we're looking for.
Small-toothed sawfish can reach the impressive size of up to 20 feet.
To get its next meal, the small-toothed sawfish swims to its school of fish and swings its teeth and snout back and forth to eat them. Why do you think its mouth is underneath its body?
Step on and continue moving forward. Sharks are down, sandy, shallow ridges, easy. Step on and continue moving forward. Sharks,
I didn't see any hammerheads in there. I did, however, see a couple small hammerheads in a different exhibit earlier today. I did hear one of the workers here say that they have a sawtooth shark somewhere in here. I'm not sure if it was in that tank, and I just didn't see it.
Right under the sand, give off an electric current, so there's no place to hide from a shark's superior senses.
Sand tiger sharks are not regarded to be dangerous to people unless provoked. Sadly, they are sometimes killed because of their scary appearance.
Yeah, it was a total coincidence, by the way, that I came here on the day Jaws was released. Very funny. Did not plan that out.
Sharks usually hunt things that are sick, dying, or dead. By stopping
And yeah, there were a couple nurse sharks at the end there. And then as you come out here, they have a tank as well in front of the restaurant here. You can see what they have in the tank here. And this is, I forget the name of the restaurant here. Let's see, I'm not even sure if it's open. Oh yeah, the Underwater Grill. So you have a view, as you can see in there, of the tank that we were just looking at. So pretty cool restaurant. I haven't tried this one out. Shark's Underwater Grill. Have to come back and try that one someday. Normally I like to give advice and stuff on restaurants and places like that in the parks, but like I said, haven't been here very much, so I don't really know what to recommend. And the coaster you hear going over me is Mako. That's the third coaster. And like I said, my favorite coaster. If you're a fan of very tall coasters with huge drops and that doesn't invert at all, there's no flips, this is your coaster right here. Well, let's see, what does the wait time say for Mako right now? I don't, 35 minutes. Okay, so it's getting a little bit better. Not too bad.
There's so much more.
But still not gonna wait 35 minutes today, I don't think. I'm gonna try and back up and give you a view of as much of Mako as you can see, which is not much from over here. Hopefully we'll get a better view from a different area of the park. Let me see if I can lean over a little bit here. There you can see that first drop for Mako there. It is a very fun, very smooth coaster. Gonna keep making my way around the park here. And the next attraction we're gonna come up to is Infinity Falls, which is, off the top of my head, the newest attraction in the park as far as I know. At least the newest major attraction. I know the Sesame Street Land here opened very recently as well, so they have a bunch of small attractions in there as well. But as far as major attractions go, Infinity Falls is the newest one. I'll give you a look. And Infinity Falls is basically a raft ride where you will get wet. But it's unique because it's a raft ride with a vertical lift. Basically, your vehicle, your raft, goes up into an elevator. And I'll try and give you a look at that. So here's a look at the rapids here. And I think this is the very beginning. It didn't look like they were very wet. But I'll give you, like, I'm gonna come up on the bridge here. And when I was over here before, I checked the wait time, it was 1 hour. Not that I was prepared to ride Infinity Falls and get soaked today anyway. And you can see, yeah, it looks like this is the beginning here. Because, oh, and I gotta be careful not to get soaked on this bridge here. Like, I was standing right here, just missed where everything is wet. But you can see the rafts go up on a vertical lift over there. And then they come down. There it goes. I'm trying to keep my distance so I don't get soaked. Let's see. Can we tell how wet they got? And it is a 75-minute wait right now for Infinity Falls. And by the way, right over here with Infinity Falls is the Waterway Grill. Again, have not tried it out. Don't really know anything about what the menu is or anything like that, but it looks like it's a quick service sort of thing, so not a table service restaurant. The more I come here and the more I try out, I will try and let you guys know what recommendations I can make. Like I said, beautiful day here today. It is hot, but it's not too bad. I've been walking around with the mask on for a few hours now. I got here right around 1 o'clock. Hi, Randy. That's all right. You still got a little bit left. Here's the stadium here for the orca encounter. And like I said, we'll do a future video where I'll come and we can watch some of these shows. By the way, the last time I was here, it was actually for the Seven Seas Food Festival, which was pretty great. They had a lot of really good options. Very comparable to like the Food and Wine at Epcot. Or Flower and Garden at Epcot, or Festival of the Arts at Epcot. All the festivals at Epcot. Oh, thank you, Paul. I appreciate it. But no, I'm good. I actually, I made sure I got some water right before I started the video. So I am good for now. What's that, Jenny? Your favorite attraction? Is that the orca encounter? Because that would make sense. That is like the SeaWorld attraction. Now we are entering into Sesame Street. Which, obviously, Sesame Street is going to be a kids-focused land. But it's a really, really cool land. There's a lot of interactive elements, and I'm not sure that all of them would be working right now because there's a lot of touch points and stuff like that. I'm sure they turned a lot of that off. But there's a lot of really cool stuff to see here in Sesame Street. They also do, I don't believe they're doing it now because all the parks have pretty much canceled their parades and stuff like that. But there is a parade that goes through Sesame Street with characters and like sort of a dance party type thing. And you can see all the little attractions around here. For example, here's one of the interactive things. So you'll see Oscar's trash can right over here. It says, "Do not knock on can, do not ring the doorbell." But if you do, and I don't think they're doing it right now, Oscar will talk to you. It doesn't open up, there's no actual Oscar to see or anything like that, but you hear Oscar's voice coming out of the trash can. And then they have these sort of interactive windows around here too, where you just, I heard Elmo in there a second ago. Let's see if he pops up. There he is. First of all, I did not know. Happy birthday, Patty. But yeah, Sesame Street is new. This is the newest land of the park. It only opened, I believe, last year. So still very new. And the one food recommendation I can make, it actually looks like it's closed right now, of course, go figure. But right over here, there's a grilled cheese truck. So there's like food trucks here in Sesame Street. And yeah, it actually looks like they took down the menu and the labels and everything. But that truck back there was a grilled cheese truck, and they had some different kinds of grilled cheeses that were really good. So, do recommend that one. I haven't eaten much here, but that is one of them, and it was very good. Now, one thing they've done very well with Sesame Street as well, and let me see, I'm not sure, they have designated entrances and exits for the stores right now, so I'm going to try and be careful here. Oh yeah, it looks like I can go in here. The merchandise for Sesame Street has been fantastic. So let me see if I can show you some of that. Like this Cookie Monster shirt here. Oh, speaking of Jaws, here you go. Cookie. Let's see, what else can we find? Obviously, there's a lot of children's merchandise, toys. Here you go, some more really cool t-shirts here. And it looks like they are $26.99 for the t-shirts. I like this one. Oh, actually, I really like this one too. Some really cool mugs as well. These are both great. Oh, I really like this hat too. So like I said, a lot of really cool merchandise. They did a really good job with the Sesame Street merchandise. Oh, look, and here's Cookie Monster in his cookie parade float. Like I said, they're not doing the parade, but I guess like Universal, they'll have them come out on their floats one at a time, so you can still kind of see the characters. Oh, sorry, I didn't check the price on the mug. I can go back and check in just a second. But yeah, it looks like Cookie Monster's going right back in right now. Yeah, let me get you a price on the mugs real quick. Let me take a look. Let's see. Okay, so Cookie Monster. These are $14.99. So that's not bad. It's pretty typical for a theme park souvenir. Let's see, are these the same? Because you see that same design we saw on the t-shirt a minute ago. And yeah, $14.99. Not bad. So making our way out of Sesame Street. And then up ahead of me on the left is the Wild Arctic, which has a motion simulator attraction, which is currently closed, but then another exhibit for animals as well. And that is currently open. And I'll have to come back and make that one of the future plans as well. Then in front of me, you see Mango Joe's, another quick service restaurant. And then just above that, you can see part of Icebreaker, that new coaster we were talking about earlier. And we'll get another look at that as well. And still on my right here is the Orca Encounter Theater. It's a very huge, and I call it a theater, it's a stadium. It's a very big stadium. And if you're going to an event at the Bayside, again, I don't remember the name, Bayside Theater or something like that, Bayside Stadium, it would be right down this way to get to the entrance. And I was in there once. Like I said, we came here for the Seven Seas Food Festival. And with that festival, they do a concert series, and we went and saw AJR perform in that stadium back there, which was a lot of fun. They do a really good job with their concert series as well, just like Epcot and Universal for Mardi Gras. And here you can see Icebreaker in front of me. And no, this is not unfinished track. It's actually going to come up here and stop and drop back down backwards, similar to Expedition Everest. All right, we are getting to the end of the video here. I'm gonna take a walk out onto this bridge that goes back across the lagoon, back to the entrance. And that's where we'll end the video. I'll give you a good look of the whole park from there. And here's the stadium I was talking about, where they do their concerts on the stage in front of the water. It's a really nice backdrop. And then again, the Orca Encounter Stadium to my right. So with the Disney parks still not open just yet, I believe off the top of my head, I think the dates are July 11th and July 15th. So they'll be open pretty soon, but I also don't know when I will be able to get into the parks. So kind of touch and go on when we'll get back to Disney. In the meantime, I am planning to get out to Universal's Volcano Bay. I'm not sure when. That has been hitting capacity because they are obviously limiting the capacity of the park right now. So it might be a little bit difficult. I'll have to try and work that in maybe on a weekday, but you know, just keep an eye out. I'll have an alert 24 hours in advance, like usual. So Volcano Bay will probably be the next one. I'll also get back out to Disney Springs, as a lot of other stuff has opened since the last time we were there. And speaking of things opening since the last time I was there, at Universal Studios Florida, they just opened the Bourne Stuntacular show for technical rehearsals. I went and checked it out on Monday, and believe it or not, I enjoyed it so much, I have already watched it 3 times. It's not something I can show you guys. They are not allowing video recording or anything like that. But next time I get out there, you'll see that it is open. Hopefully. They haven't announced a grand opening yet, but it's still in technical rehearsals. But next time you get out to Universal Orlando, check out that show because it is awesome. And like I said, here is a look at the stadium over here where they do their concerts. Here is a good look at Icebreaker. Not much, it's not a very long track, but it does look like a fun coaster. Patty, I have a feeling you'll be just fine getting those reservations. I don't think it's going to be too difficult to get those daily park reservations once they open up, because they're not selling new tickets. It's just for people with annual passes at this point. So should be easy, hopefully. Fingers crossed for you.
Oh, what the hell is that?
So, and then just an idea of what we're looking at here. That's the Orca Theater. You got Icebreaker. There's the Bay Stadium. Then back over this way, you've got Mako. And then that green track in there is Kraken. This is the observation tower, which is not running apparently right now. It is an upcharge when you're in the park.
The health and safety of all of our guests and employees. Please remember to wear face coverings at all times. Wash and sanitize your hands frequently, and keep 6 feet between your party and others. Thank you.
Pretty
Enjoy
easy
your
right
day
now.
Here at SeaWorld.
Nobody else on the bridge with me. Sorry, I just wanted you guys to be able to hear that safety and health announcement that they make. And that goes on throughout the park periodically. And again in Spanish.
Por favor, recuerde utilizar protección facial en todo momento. Lavar y desinfectar sus manos frecuentemente y mantener 6 pies de distancia entre su grupo y otros. Gracias y disfruten su día en SeaWorld.
Jenny, the name of the show at Universal is the Bourne Stuntacular, based on the Jason Bourne movies, and it is fantastic. Yeah, this is a really nice, sorry, Patty's mentioned the reflections on the water are amazing. This is a really nice area of the park. Unfortunately, it's like in direct sunlight, but when it's not too hot out, it's not bad. Just like a beautiful view from here, especially when there's nobody else here on the bridge with you. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of you have plans for vacations, probably near the end of the year, and I'm crossing my fingers for all of you that hopefully things don't get canceled anymore and we can kind of get back to having fun. Anyway, I was kind of going through and pointing everything out. That's the observation tower. It is an upcharge when you're in the park. I don't know the price off the top of my head, but it is something I want to check out because heights are not an issue for me, and I would love to get the view from all the way up there. And it spirals as it goes up and down, so you kind of see everything. And then, like I said, that's Mako and Kraken over there, and then that's Manta by the entrance where we started the video. And then this comes back out. The end of the bridge is right over there by the park entrance. So this is where we're gonna go ahead and end the video. Thank you guys so much for joining me on a walk around, kind of an aimless walk around SeaWorld as I'm kind of learning the park still. But now that I have my annual pass, I should be learning more and more about the park. So we'll come back out, you know, we'll mix SeaWorld into our Disney and Universal videos now. Like I said, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you have a great weekend and stay safe. Thanks everyone. Bye.